Good morning, dear students. I will teach activity 9.6 to observe the presence of organisms in soil. Select a small area of 1 square meter on the ground, only 1 square meter. Select an area like this and water the ground with either plain water or a dilute solution of mustard condiment. What do you find? A number of earthworms and other organisms like insects, larvae, snails, and centipedes come out from the soil. When you have to select 1 meter area, and when you have to put water, then you will see that microorganism like snails, centipedes, they are coming out, earthworm coming out from the soil. Activity 9.7. Take 2 flasks and put fresh soil in one flask and the soil is sterilized by baking in the second flask. Now take 2 small tubes containing lime water and suspended these tubes in the flask with the help of cork which exactly fit the mouth of the flask, and leave the flask for several days. Then what you will find, and then note down your observations. Lime water in flask A. In flask A, lime water is there. Lime water in flask A turns milky. It turns milky in color while it does not change in B. It will not change in B. This activity demonstrates the production of carbon dioxide in flask A, and by this activity you can see that here production of carbon dioxide takes place in flask A but not in B. Can you explain the reason? What is the reason why carbon dioxide gas is produced in flask A and why carbon dioxide gas is not produced in flask B? Can you give the reason? Baking has destroyed microorganism. Baking destroyed microorganism in flask B which were present in the soil. In flask A, microorganism produced carbon dioxide from their respiration. So you can see that baking has destroyed microorganisms in flask B. Baking destroyed microorganisms present in flask B, and in flask A these microorganisms produced carbon dioxide for their respiration. Oral questions given on page number 96. For formative assessment, what is the process by which soil formation takes place called? What is the process by which soil formation takes place called? And where is the term soil profile used? Where is the term soil profile used? And which layer of soil is formed by the dead and decaying plants and animals? And name the type of soil having high percentage of clay particles and very less sand particles. What type of soil has bigger air spaces than the other soils? This oral questions you have to do with yourself. You have to find out the answer with yourself. Soil color. The different soil components impart a characteristic color to the soil as a whole, and soil exhibits a variety of colors. You know that soil exhibits a variety of colors ranging from white, grey, yellow, red to black. And dark colored soils are richer in organic matter, that is the humus, and the light colored soils. Red colored soils contain more of oxides of iron. Red colored soils contain oxides of iron. And laterite soils deposit by subaerial alterations of rocks are also red colored. Thus the color of the soil gives you an idea about the chemicals it contains, which type of chemicals it contains. By the color of the soil you can recognize it. By the color of the soil you can recognize which kind of chemicals in it. The soil color, however, also differs depending on the geographic location of the soil. For instance, red and yellow color of the soil increases from the cool regions to the equator. Soil and crops. In different parts of our country, different types of soils are found. In different parts of our country, different types of soils are found. It may be clay soil, it may be loamy, or it can be sandy soil. And the soil profile depends on several factors like the parent rock material, temperature, rainfall, wind, humidity, and light. So we can say that soil factor depends on the parent rock material, temperature, rainfall, wind, humidity, and light. These are the factors responsible for the soil profiles. Cultivation of crops in a region depends upon the types of soil present there. As you know, the sandy soil like that found in deserts do not support growth of crops. Sandy soil are present in the desert. In desert, scarcity of water is there, so it do not support the growth of crops. And clay soils are suitable for growing crops like wheat, gram, and paddy. And clay soil are suitable for growing crops like we can say that clay soil is best for wheat, gram, and paddy crops. Clay soil, we can say that clay soil is best for the wheat, gram, and paddy crops. Such soil are good for retaining water and are fertile. And loamy soils are good for growing lentils, masoor, and other pulses. Such soil drain water easily, and loamy soil are best suited for the masoor and other pulses crops. And cotton is grown on sandy loam, and cotton is best suited for sandy loam or loam. Such soil holds plenty of air and drain water easily because more spaces are there, so it holds plenty of air and drain water easily. And for paddy, clay soils having a lot of humus and best suited, and for the paddy crops clay soil is best. Such soils are fertile and have a good capacity to retain water because means it has water holding capacity good. Rice crops has a high requirement of water. And water is allowed to stand in the field up to a depth of 1.5 to 2.5 centimeter. And after the seedlings are planted, even the planting of seedling is done in a wet muddy field. Soil erosion. What is the soil erosion? Soil is an important natural resource necessarily for the sustenance of life on this planet. However, it is under tremendous pressure from the human beings. Soil erosion is the removal of topsoil. What is the soil erosion? Soil erosion is the removal of topsoil. What is soil erosion? Removal of topsoil or removal of humus. We can say that topsoil or humus because topsoil is fertile soil. So soil erosion refers to the word removal of topsoil. This is brought about by wind, water, or rain. What are the factors responsible for soil erosion? We can say that wind, water, or rain, these factors are responsible for the soil erosion. And there are several factors which allow water and wind to cause soil erosion. Some of these factors are different factors are there, and amongst them this first one is the deforestation, cutting of trees. What is this term belongs to? Cutting of trees. Deforestation, cutting of trees. Due to increasing population, land is required for agriculture, construction of buildings, roads, dams, and industries. And second factor is the overgrazing, and then poor farming methods and forest fire. These are the factors responsible for the soil erosion. Second one is the overgrazing, third one is the poor farming methods and forest fire. And removal of vegetation, that is removal or cutting of trees, that is a deforestation, allows water to run off the soil. First means topsoil is removed and water does not seep down in the soil. Thus soil particles are carried away by water from rains. The problem is serious on steep slope. The water carries soil particles into the river which get choked with silt. The net result is the flood since deforestation makes the land barren. Wind erosion too takes place. The root system of the plants binds the soil together as well as acts as a channel for water to percolate down, thereby preventing erosion. So we can say that deforestation is responsible for the soil erosion because it carried away and by the wind it carried away through the rain into the rivers. So soil deforestation is responsible for the soil erosion. And now come to the overgrazing by large animal population has also destroyed vegetation and resulted in barren lands, and the barren lands do not hold water anymore. In addition, barren lands are liable to erosion by strong winds. And overgrazing by large animal population has also destroyed vegetation, result in barren lands, and the barren lands do not hold water anymore. In addition, barren lands are liable to erosion by strong winds. So we can say that overgrazing is also important for the means soil overgrazing is also responsible for the soil erosion. And another factor contributing to soil erosion is the poor farming methods. Plowing loosens the soil and destroys its natural structure. Failure to replace humus after successive crops reduces the water holding capacity of soil. The soil thus dries and is blown away by winds. On sloping ground, such soil may be eroded by water. Continuous cropping of land by only one type of crop also adds to loss of soil fertility. And forest fire is also important factor for the soil erosion. Forest fire to lead to soil erosion, and after fire the soil is exposed to two main factors causing erosion, namely wind and water.